Everybody, welcome. We're just going to wait a few minutes and let everyone join. I did have already experiencing technical difficulty. Number one, I got a trailer all set up to play, and now I can't figure out how to play it. So maybe I'll figure that out for next time. But I'm just going to wait another minute, allow everyone to get on. We're about 1 minute out, and starting up my screen share here. So the one thing I did learn about Google Hangouts is there is a bit of a delay. So those of you on the YouTube side, you're going to be a little bit farther behind me. So I have some eyes and ears in the field, if you will. Sharice is going to text me in a minute. Okay, and for some reason my screen just turned off. There we go. So Sharice is going to text me in a minute here and just make sure that you guys can see everything. But welcome. My name is Heather. I'm so happy you're here. This is my first live streaming webinar, so bear with me. I've watched a lot of tutorials over the past week. I have talked to a lot of people that have done some webinars. So you know what? I wouldn't consider myself a techie like junkie or a guru or anything like that. So this was like a labor of love. I think that's kind of why I was nervous today. I'm usually not nervous to talk to people, but I think between creating the slides and doing a live Google stream and just making sure everything goes off okay, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. So I know that there's a little bit of a delay. So what we're going to be doing is feel free to post questions under the YouTube discussion part. Sharice and Deb, both of them are going to be refreshing the screen and then letting me know if anybody has any questions. But if for some reason your question gets skipped or missed, or you have a hard time communicating it to any of us, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, or feel free to reach out to the coach that invited you to this webinar. And we would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. So I've actually created a bit of a presentation, so I'm just going to step away for a minute and do a bit of a screen share. And I'm going to start the presentation, so just give me a moment here. We're going to be going over some really cool stuff tonight, so. Okay, so let me get on my first slide here. All right, so I'm just going to hang out on this slide for a minute. Sharice, will you let me know if you can see the slide? I'm going to be waiting for your text. Any of you guys, I know I have a few of you. So I just wanted to say once again, welcome to everyone that's here. I know that I have some coaches from Team Alloha. We have some new coaches here. We have some people that are maybe just interested in hearing about the opportunity. Maybe you guys are in a challenge group right now and you've been experiencing some really awesome results. Or maybe you're just a bit curious. So whatever the reason is for why you're here, I really appreciate it. I know I've gotten a lot of text messages and things like that today showing support and things like that. So let's get into what we're going to kind of go over tonight. You can expect to be here for probably about 45 minutes or so, depending on the question and answer, how smoothly that goes at the end. And what we're going to talk about, I'm going to tell you my story and how it is I've come to be sharing this live webinar with you. We are going to talk about who Team Alloha is and what exactly it is that we do. We're going to talk about what it is we do as coaches, how we earn an income, different reward programs that are available, what the difference is between an active coach and a discount coach, how you can work part-time from home and work towards building your dreams, and how to make it official. So those are just some of the topics we're going to cover tonight, so I just want to go ahead and jump right into it. So again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Heather Dalton, and I started as a customer back in March of 2012. And I was at the very top of my BMI. I was exhausted all the time. I had a lot of stress-related digestive issues. I was working upper management, and at the time I was working about It wasn't uncommon, 80, 90 hours a week. I was kind of always on call. It was a seasonal job, so I worked like an idiot for about 16 weeks, my whole entire summer. And then for a while, it served its perfect purpose because I got to travel in the winter and do a lot of really cool things. I was able to buy a house. I was able to buy a car. So I was doing a lot of really cool things at a young age. So for a while, it was really cool. But then, like I said, I started getting these stress-related digestive issues, and I had to be scoped a lot of times. I was sleeping propped up. A lot of things, a lot of foods that I was enjoying in the past were bothering me. I was a smoker, a heavy smoker for a long time. And I was a typical party girl. I went away to college. I ate what I wanted. I drank what I wanted. Sure, growing up, I played a little bit of sports. I really loved softball, so I played that. I swam a little bit and played tennis. So those were kind of some things I enjoyed doing. But, you know, I wouldn't say that I loved conditioning for these things. And it was not uncommon for my dad to bring me a double cheeseburger before softball games. So that was kind of how I fueled my body for success. So I would say that I never really, you know, took conditioning very seriously. I just like to play these games. So when I went away to college, I kind of came off the rails. I mean, I definitely just demolished the freshman 15. I think I slowly started to gain upwards of 30 pounds. And from there, I would say from college is when I really started to struggle, and it became more of a lifestyle for me. I was going out all the time. I was eating, I was drinking, you know, the Jimmy John's deliveries at 3 a.m. So, and for a long time, I had a great time. I had a blast. I had a really good time. And so I started to approach my 30s, and it started to catch up with me. And so here I am with these health-related, you know, these digestive issues, these really uncomfortable issues. I had no idea where to start, and I wasn't exercising, wasn't taking care of myself. And at that time, I knew I had to leave my job and started to go on this journey of figuring out what it is that I liked to do, which was very foreign to me because I had this upper management job for about 6 years. And even before that, I was going for this upper management degree. So I really went on a journey to discover what it is that I like to do. And that's when I kind of find myself at Jenny Craig after a slew of other jobs. And although I knew that the food portion was not for me, and after a while it became even hard for me to recommend it for people because I just knew it wasn't healthy. It was frozen food, high sodium, artificial ingredients. And the more, you know, I started to want to do something about my health, I knew that that wasn't for me. But this is where I, you know, learned that I loved to support others. People would come in and I would motivate them. I would support them. We would talk about their struggles, and I would help them come up with a plan to be successful. And I really loved that part of it, although I only got to see him once a week. So it was like I was starting to discover that I really loved supporting others, although I wanted to do it in a bigger capacity. And I would say around this time is when Marissa Myers reached out to me. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Marissa in an upcoming slide. But I've known Marissa since elementary school. We were girlfriends in elementary and played softball together. And she approached me and, you know, we started talking about health and fitness. And I'm going to talk to you again about Marissa's story on the next slide. But she was really healthy and she was really fit. And I was super intimidated. I did not know what she was involved in, but I had talked myself out of it. I knew whatever it was, I couldn't do it, and I was super negative about it. I ignored her for quite a while, actually. And, you know, just this whole time was asking myself, like, where do I start? What do I do? How do I do this? I had no idea where to start. So for whatever reason, we connected, right time, right place, and she convinced me that I could start at the very beginning. I didn't have to start with insanity, which is what she was doing at the time. I could start at the very beginning. We picked out a program called Power 90. It is P90X's much less evil stepsister. And that's where I started. And I started with Shakeology, and I very reluctantly ordered these things and fully expected to fail. I am not going to lie. So I started, and, you know, that first month was torture. I was so sore. I could barely squat to go to the bathroom, and I was really struggling. I really was struggling. But couple things that I noticed were different from every time before. One, I almost immediately felt the effects of Shakeology, and I think that's because I was living so unhealthy. So I started to get out of bed easier. I started to have more energy. I just kept pressing play. I don't know why. Maybe it was this, magical shake. I don't know. The other key component was my accountability groups. I would log into the accountability groups and I would see people posting their workouts and, encouraging me and telling me I could do it. My coach was reaching out to me telling me I could do it. So that was the first time I really had like a solid support system, and the nutritional knowledge completed with it, paired with it. Other times I would go to the gym and just work out on the treadmill, and I never got anywhere, but I never knew anything to do with my nutrition. So I would say just slowly, very slowly, I started to learn. I started to implement habits, and I would say probably about, 4 months down the road, Marissa approached me about being a discount coach. Because let me tell you guys, I probably maybe am to date one of her most difficult clients. I don't know. We'll have to ask her. But I refused to take my before pictures. She asked me so many times, and I didn't even want them for myself. I didn't even want to look at them. That's the place I was in. And I refused to take them. And I just kept telling her, no, I'm not going to do it. And now, of course, obviously I wish I did, but at the time I had no confidence. I did not want to take those pictures. I couldn't believe where I had gotten in my life. And I also didn't even want to hear the word coach. I didn't care that it was a discount coach. I didn't care. I didn't even want to hear the word coach associated with my name, because that's how I felt about myself. I felt that I had no right or reason to be telling anybody or leading anybody on a healthy lifestyle. Even though she told me a discount coach is strictly for the discount, I didn't even want to hear it. So I would say probably around 3 or 4 months down the road, she approached me again. And at that time, it made sense. I knew that Shakeology was changing my life. And so I knew that I wanted the discount at that point. Had no intention of coaching, and went on to my next adventure of Turbo Fire. And again, was very, very negative, thought, I can't do this, there's no way. And watched one video of Charlene, and I remember looking at my partner and I said, this broad's nuts, like I can't do this. So I started very, very slowly, again, still plugging into my groups and working on my nutrition. And I modified it, and I did the best that I could do. And for the first time with this program, I enjoyed fitness. It was set to fun music. I was doing things I never knew I was capable of. Charlene is still one of my mentors. She's super spunky and super fun. So I was enjoying myself, and I really started to get results. And then from there, I went on to do the Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day cleanse. It took me on a complete journey with food and changed my internal makeup forever. I could feel just my body ridding itself of garbage. I shattered a weight loss plateau. I'd been at, 13-pound weight loss plateau I'd been at for years, and I could feel my metabolism reset. So from there, I just kept going on. I kept, Les Mills Combat and P90X3. Now I'm like a PIO junkie. 21-day fix completely changed, my food habits as well. So for me to transition into coaching, it became very organic. I was one of those people that always knew I wanted to be in business for myself, but I never had any capital to invest, a great deal of capital, and I never knew what I wanted to do. So I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I have always known that I don't really belong in corporate America, and I have always known that I want to travel, and I don't want anyone to tell me when I can do that or for how long. So I have been on this path for a long time. So once I started to get these results, and not just results, I was changing my life, because we focus a lot on personal development as well. So I was really focusing on some deep-rooted issues at the same time and changing my health, and it was all very, very powerful. So the coaching opportunity just came organically for me. People started asking me, what are you doing? And so from there, I just became infused with this power and this idea that I wanted to help as many people as I possibly could experience the same thing that I've experienced. So I told Marissa, yes, I want to coach. I want to join your team. So let's talk a little bit about how Team Alloha formed. When I first started, I would say I was one of Marissa's first couple of serious people, and we didn't even have a team name at the time. As you can see in the top right corner, that's Coach Marissa and me. That's how long I've known her. So, you know, when I had decided to coach, Marissa has been on this journey for about a year longer than me, and she started that journey in around 2011. And like I told you, Marissa's always been active. She always played sports. I always remember her being a runner. She was an awesome swimmer growing up. And then even after high school, I would always follow her on MySpace at the time. Okay, give me a break. Because she was a traveling nurse, and I just kind of envied her life. She was living all over the place, and so I kind of followed her. Saw that she was still into running. Saw that she ran a marathon in Hawaii. She even talks about, you know, getting into CrossFit, but she really talks about not getting the results that she wanted. She, you know, even though she was really athletic, she felt bulky a lot of the time. So she was talked into or suggested Insanity by a friend. So she tried it and she really loved it. She started to see results. Tried Shakeology originally and did not like it, just was adamant about becoming a coach. She was doing really well in her career. She was a nurse anesthetist, making really good money, worked really hard to get there. But she was loving the results she was getting from Insanity. So her coach now is not even a coach anymore. She wasn't super serious, kind of in, kind of out. So I think that Marissa struggled to get going initially because she didn't have that support of an upline or of a coach. She talks about going to a Beachbody event and doing a live workout with Shaun T, which is some of the cool perks that we are benefit to having. And that just changed her life. That changed her mind. She knew right then and there that she just wanted in, and she wanted to learn whatever it was these coaches were doing, and she was just all about it. So as I just mentioned earlier, Marissa's coach really wasn't involved. So she really didn't have a team like we have developed now, putting her into a training or telling her how to do things. And for those of us that know Marissa, and for those of you that don't, it doesn't matter. She's a total go-getter. She will go into a room of people and she just acts like she owns the place, that she was meant to be there. She was born to be there. She will walk around to top leaders and make sure they know who she is, and she picks brains, and she's been relentless. She has just clawed her way to the top, so far to the top that she found Kevin and Milan Jensen, and they started to mentor her, which I'm going to get into who those two are in a couple more slides. But she is just a total go-getter, and she is taking our team all the way to the top. She started to get to figure it out, and we came together, and she was like, hey, what do you think of Team Alloha? We both have a love of Hawaii, Maui specifically. She lived there, and I've spent a lot of time there. I have a lot of friends and family there. And we just believe that aloha means breathing love and life and energy and positivity into the world. And our mission on Team Beachbody and Team Alloha is to end the trend of obesity, one person at a time. So we just feel that's what our mission is, to just breathe love and light and energy into this planet. So Team Alloha was formed, and let's talk a little bit about who Team Beachbody is now. Our mission is to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives, period, end of story. You'll also hear the term end the trend of obesity. That's what we believe with our whole heart, and we're here to do that in a healthy, awesome way. It was founded in 1998 by John Congdon and Carl Deichler. They wanted to come up with a direct marketing company that had an effective weight loss solution. And one of their, obviously claim to fame's biggest program releases initially was P90X with Tony Horton. And, there's not too many places that you can't say P90X and people don't know what that is. So they released P90X, and it was a huge, huge release. I think that was around 2004. It was a massive release, but what they were finding is people were buying this program and it was sitting on shelves. It was collecting dust and people weren't actually doing the program or completing it. And that wasn't their mission. Their mission was to help people live a healthier life. So how are they achieving that if people are leaving these programs on the shelf? So they decided to create a network of coaches to offer peer-to-peer support. So that is when the coaching network was founded, and that's when Team Beachbody came about. And Team Beachbody is a network of now 225,000 coaches that are out there supporting others, changing their lives. And the support component was the one thing that was missing, because they had the awesome workouts, they had the amazing trainers, they had the fitness or the nutritional plans that came with the programs. People just needed that support. So that's how Team Beachbody was formed. Beachbody is the #1 distributor of the hottest at-home workout programs on the market. I'm sure, as you can see on this slide, you're going to recognize a lot of them. Turbo Fire, Body Beast, 21 Day Fix is the hottest thing out right now, helping people learn how to live a healthier lifestyle and really helping people learn about their nutrition in such an easy way. Les Mills Combat, T25, Insanity, different programs like the 3-Day Refresh or the Ultimate Reset, P90X, 2 and 3, Brazil Butt Lift, PIO, and we can go on and on. We are continuously working to add to our library, and it's the one thing I can tell you guys, the people at corporate, they never sleep. They are always behind the scenes coming up with new things, coming up with new health items, flavors, promotions, products. I mean, they are restless. So they are always working to come up with the best things possible. We have fitness options for every age or every level. So I know a lot of times people hear Insanity or P90X and they're like, oh my God, I can't do Beachbody. I could never do a Beachbody program. When in fact, that's really not true. We have fitness programs for very beginners, like I told you at the beginning when I started. And we even have all the way up to people that are recovering from an accident or recovering from surgery. I was in a bad car accident a few years ago, and we have a program called Tai Ching, and it's a version of Tai Chi. And so we have, a vast wide array of programs, from fun cardio kickboxing set to fun music to down and dirty boot camp, gonna kick your booty kind of classes. So there really is something for everybody. Beachbody is an MLM. I want to address this because at the beginning, I used to be scared of this, and people hear MLM or network marketing and it freaks them out. I didn't know what it meant. I just knew that I had heard bad things about it. MLM obviously stands for multi-level marketing. This does not mean that this is a pyramid scheme. So I actually wrote down the definition of a pyramid scheme, and I wanted to read it to everybody because once I read this, I was like, that's not what we do at all. So the absolute definition of a pyramid scheme is an unsustainable business model that involves promising participants payment or services primarily for enrolling other people into the scheme rather than supplying any real investment or sale of products or services to the public. And like I said, that is absolutely not what we do. We offer people these products that have changed our lives. These products are amazing. They're all natural. There's not any bad or artificial ingredients in them. This is not a gimmick. This is not a lose 10 pounds in a week kind of thing. This is serious hard work. I want to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle, and I'm going to do it through fitness, nutrition, and support. And so we are changing people's lives. If people don't like the products that they order, they can return them. Shakeology has a full money back, bottom of the bag guarantee. You can return an empty bag for a full 30-day refund. We are not here to sell products or to make money. I mean, yes, that's a benefit of it, and it's an amazing way to make a living, but we're here to help people change their lives. And so that is the main goal of our mission. So I want to get into a little bit of what is a coach and what isn't a coach. You may notice, I'm going to go over the may nots. You may notice I put may because some coaches may be some of these things, but a coach does not have to be a fitness expert. You don't have to have any kind of fitness background or nutritional background or any kind of certifications. This is all about just supporting others in their journey and being honest and open about your journey. You do not have to be a personal trainer, although we do have some personal trainers. I have found that personal trainers find that this completes their business. It kind of makes it a full circle because we don't just have workout programs. We have a full line of amazing supplements. Now with the 21-day fix, personal trainers can offer specialized and personalized meal plans. So it kind of brings their business full circle and allows them to offer kind of a one-stop shopping. You do not have to be at your goal weight. I know that this is a big, big misconception and a hang up for a lot of people that I would love to coach just once I get to my goal weight. I want to lose 30 pounds first. And that's fine if that's how you feel. However, I would like to recommend or maybe just slightly, encourage you not to do that, because if you have a story to share that makes you really relatable to people, you're not telling people I'm perfect, I'm a health and fitness expert, I'm going to lead the way. You're asking people to join you. You're telling people that this is working for you, that you're feeling amazing, that the more support, the better, that you really feel that you can help support them as well. So you're just asking people to join you. Like I said, you don't have to be a nutritionist. I've learned just little bits every day. I've just started reading and I've been exposed to a lot of training in different groups. So we just kind of learn as we go. You do not need to know how to sell. In fact, it's almost better if you don't have any sales background, because this is not about selling. And I know that's hard to maybe wrap your head around if you're not a coach already, but I can promise you that once you go through the training and you connect with the people and you start attending the events and you really see and feel what this mission is all about that we're on, you'll realize that we're not selling. We're not here to force anybody to do something they don't want to do or sell them a product that isn't going to work. We don't believe that this is going to work for everybody, and it's not. We're just simply here to offer it, to be there to support people and offer our education and what we know and our experiences. But other than that, it's up to them to decide if they want to join or not. So sales is not a prerequisite. You do not have to know a ton of people. I can tell you, for me personally, when I started as a coach, I had just gone through what I'll say is weeding the garden. I was going through a big personal development time and kind of separating my real friends from my party friends. And I had just gone through and eliminated a ton of people from my Facebook. And I had it on lockdown. I maybe had about 100 friends. And we teach you how to grow and expand your network. No coach signs up with a list of 3,000 people that are interested. We all have to start from square one, and we all have to learn how to network and grow and expand. And that's something we help you do on Team Alloha. You don't have to have any kind of business background. We've worked really hard and we have access to a lot of awesome training. So, this is all about us growing and learning and helping each other. And you have access to everything that you're going to need to get your business running successfully. You don't have to have a great deal of time. I know that this is another big misconception, that people see me working, and yes, this is my chosen full-time profession at this point, but a lot of top coaches, and I'm talking top 10 coaches out of 225,000, started their business working 1 hour a day. So maybe that's a little less TV time for you. Maybe you stay up a little bit later, get up a little bit earlier, but it's kind of up to you to decide if in 1 hour a day I can accomplish, maybe in a couple years, being able to, quit my job or travel or live the life I always wanted. It's kind of up to you to weigh the pros and the cons, but we can show you how to do that in an hour. I know that a top coach a few years ago, Wayne Wyatt, he runs a full-time orthodontist practice and has 8 kids, one having special needs, and he started a very, very, very successful coaching business, now earning within the 6 figures. Just by working an hour a day, and he'd do a little bit in the morning, a little on his lunch break, and maybe a little at night. And he still runs his practice. He just says he has the flexibility of working less hours, but he enjoys doing that. So it's all up to you and what you want to invest in. What you put in is what you're going to get out, but we can absolutely show you how to structure that power hour to be really effective. So what is a coach? A coach is a normal person, just like me or you or anybody else you meet on the street. We are not perfect. In fact, many coaches become coaches to stay on track with their own health and fitness goals. We all binge, we all fall off track, we all have events, we all have nights where we splurge too much, we all have days we don't want to work out. Aside from paying for my product, I can tell you that was the number 2 reason I wanted to become a coach, because I wanted to stay on track with my health and fitness goals. I loved the accountability groups. I loved the support that I was receiving. And so why not? Why not help others along the way was my philosophy. A coach is a person who loves helping others. Life is messy. No, very few people for me have signed up and said, Heather, I want to lose this amount of weight. This is what do I need to do? I tell it to them and they just go and do it. They don't have any bumps, any hiccups. No, that's usually not the case. Life is busy. Life is messy. We all have a lot going on. It's very easy to get off track. And so you have to be a person that's all about helping others. You know, whether they come or they go. I have people that have to take some time off, or personal things happen. They leave the groups, or maybe they stop responding to my calls because, you know, they have some things going on. But, you know, maybe they come back. So I'm always there to support them. I'm always there reaching out, letting them know that, hey, I'm here to support you. If you need anything, I'm here. A coach is a person who wants to succeed, that is motivated and driven and is teachable. So this is a business about being disciplined, and this is a business about figuring out what you want out of life and making it happen. And it's a business where you have to be motivated and driven, because you don't have a boss standing over you saying, hey, did you meet this quota? Did you get this done today? You need to step it up, or you're gonna be fired, or anything like that. No, it's just you and your team that you choose to plug into to keep you on track and on track for your goals. You have to be teachable in this business. I mean, you can't come in feeling like you know everything, or you know how to do things, or you know a better way. I was pretty headstrong, I can tell you, and I learned to kind of swallow that pretty quickly and be teachable, because we have so many awesome resources at our disposal, and we have so many great leaders and teachers on this team, and people that are willing to get on our team calls and things of that nature, that it's beneficial for you to just open up your mind and just soak in that knowledge and just say, you know what, I don't know everything and I'm here to learn. A coach is a person who drinks Shakeology, works out regularly, and shares their journey. So if you're not drinking Shakeology every day and being proof of the product, if you're not sharing your workout, if you're not sharing your success, people are not going to follow you. They're going to follow you if you are leading by example, which is the next bullet point. You are someone that is out there doing it, even when you don't feel like doing it, or even when you feel like no one's watching, or when you're just really struggling. You're going to be someone that is going to maybe share that struggle and lead by example that you're going to overcome that struggle. And a coach, last and foremost, is someone that wants to invest in themselves. And this is personally with your workouts or your nutrition, and also spiritually and mentally with your personal development. As coaches, we are huge into personal development. So we invest in ourselves, those areas that we're struggling in, or to build our business, things like that. We are constantly reading or watching videos, going to events, going to seminars, things like that. So we're always looking to grow and improve and pushing our teammates to do the same. So what do we do as coaches? What do you do, Heather? That's a question I get all the time. Well, first and foremost, we invite people to be involved in our accountability groups, and this is where all of us are getting our awesome results. So the accountability groups are designed to hold you accountable to the fitness regime that you and your coach set up. It's designed to offer you support with your nutritional system. So all the programs come with a meal plan, but we also do a lot in the groups as far as posting recipes or exchanging things, posting health tips, posting our food journals, what we're eating. So that's a big part of it too. And it's designed to provide that support and that motivation and that inspiration that's so important on those days where, there's so many days I've just wanted to give up, or there's so many days where you just get off track and you figure, oh, I'm just too far off track, I'm just going to give up. We post a lot of motivation in the group, letting people, people starting to get them to start to believe in themselves. I didn't realize what a negative self-talker I was when I started. I thought I was just kind of driven and kind of hard on myself. But when I realized how negative I talked to myself and how many things I held myself back from, I think so many people do that and they don't even realize it. So as a coach, we're there to inspire people and motivate them to be the best that they can be. We're there to post our workouts and lead by example and to show everybody that we're walking the walk and talking the talk. We're there to post about our nutrition and drinking our Shakeology and what it's done for us. We're there to celebrate the successes from the people in our groups, to, you know, do shout outs. And we do all kinds of shout outs in my group. It's not just about pounds, but of course we celebrate the pounds and the inches because, hey, let's be real, that's what we're here for, right? But we celebrate everything, whether someone fits into their skinny jeans or someone was able to do their first burpee or they were able to get farther in their workout or felt stronger. I mean, we really celebrate everything. People getting compliments, you know, whatever it may be, we want to celebrate each little accomplishment because all those little accomplishments equal huge long-term results. Like I was saying earlier, we share about our nutrition, offer different ideas, offer help to individual people. I know for me, that's a big part of my getting started call. I do a getting started call with all of my new customers to just make sure we have their plan in place, make sure they're comfortable and confident. And you know, whether or not you know this, it's 70% nutrition, 30% fitness. So I spend a lot of time initially talking to that customer about their nutritional plan, what they struggle with, what their goals are, what they get tripped up with. That's really important because once you get your nutrition down, you can kind of go on to conquer any fitness regime you want to. And once you learn moderation, you stop yo-yo dieting forever and you just really feel in control of your life. Where it's not just all work in the challenge groups, we also do some play. We'll have some fun challenges. So, you know, down in the right-hand corner, you'll see a 21-day fixed photo challenge, posting just a photo of the day, and we offer a way to keep points. And at the end of each round, someone wins a prize. So just fun extra things. We'll do some video challenges. Right now, we're doing a video squat challenge. That's just fun. It helps people connect and it's just inspired to get people moving more. We post these things not only in our group, but we share them on social media. We lead by example. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to me and said, I come to your page every day for inspiration, or, you know, thanks for posting your workout. It made me go on to work out. So as coaches, that's what we're doing. We're doing it in our groups. We're doing it on social media. We're just sharing the awesomeness that is going on around us. So I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, excuse me, how can I earn? Well, as a coach, you earn 25% commission on all retail sales. And the best way to earn retail sales is through a challenge pack. The challenge pack comes with the program of their choice, the Shakeology flavor of their choice, and obviously the specialized meal plan. And so it really is everything that they need to get started off on the right foot. And the challenge packs are deeply discounted. So they make the most sense for your customer and they make the most sense for you. You can earn additional money on all different kinds of things in the Team Beachbody Coach Online office. So Shakeology is going to be your biggest residual income. You earn 25% every time someone orders that. So most of my customers get on this for a long period of time or find that they just can't live without it. So that's an income you're bringing in monthly. There's also a full line of really awesome supplements. I mean, like I said, this is a company that really believes in using natural products, no artificial ingredients. So there's all kinds of really awesome products and things like that. There's all kinds of things as far as, you know, like fitness bands and balls and all kinds of, you know, different workout equipment back there as well. You also get a 25% discount. So I know for me, I've pretty much, you know, built my library up because I love all the programs. And so it's awesome getting that 25% discount. Even if you're just into Shakeology, which we'll talk about in a little bit, you can get a 25% discount on that as well. So that's awesome too. So not only are you building, you know, an income an immediate income, but you're building a long-term income as well through our team growth. So you don't need to know what all these things on the bottom mean as far as rank advancement, but all you need to know is that as we grow as a team and as you grow your business and as you reach these different levels, your bonuses go up. So where it might be a little small at first, this is a long-term, let's retire income and let's, go off and live great lives. As our team grows and yeah, as our team grows, I mean, this is what's going to grow for you as well. So we cycle weekly on top of our commissions as well. So that's that money that grows over time. So there's all different kinds of ways to earn bonuses. As you reach these different ranks too, there's really cool bonuses or different things that you're entitled to as well. I will say that Beachbody is amazing at rewarding and treating their coaches they're just amazing to us. And that was another big thing that made me get involved as a coach, because I love traveling and the fact that I can earn trips and earn rewards and be rewarded and constantly reminded that our work is valued and that we're helping people. The Team Beachbody Cup is just a friendly competition that goes on, throughout all the coaches. Anybody can sign up. And, it's just a way to win fun extra prizes. I've won all kinds of things, all kinds of tank tops and duffel bags, and I won a hydration pack for me to go hiking and, all kinds of fun stuff. It's not about the prizes. It's about helping people. It always remains rooted at that. But, they do a lot of fun things just to keep it fun and to reward us and to keep it exciting. We have a success club trip every month. So every month, as you make sales and you help people change their lives, you earn success club points, and you can earn a free trip at the end of a year. I can tell you this last year, a bunch of us went on the Team Beachbody cruise to the Caribbean. And, just by making Success Club every month, that was a free trip for me. And to me, that's when this really became real. I was like, wow, I just won a free trip for me and my partner. And I got to hang out with a lot of my team there. Not only that, but the whole cruise was Beachbody coaches. And once you guys go to an event, you're going to learn that Beachbody coaches are just the best people on the planet, because we are so strong into personal development. So we're working to better ourselves and the planet. And, so you're just meeting all kinds of amazing people. So, we went on a cruise, and because I've also made Success Club every month, I was awarded $500 in additional spending money. So that was amazing. My whole trip was paid for. I paid for the airfare and that was it. But, I had all the spending money and everything. They have different leadership retreats, and the Elite 10 this past year went to Italy. So there are just some amazing opportunities. If you are a new coach and you make Success Club the first 3 months of your business, they award you with a ticket to Coach Summit, which is our big annual conference that has been held in Vegas. Next year it's in Nashville. But it's the most motivational, life-changing event that you could ever hope to be a part of. So that's an awesome incentive as well. So they're always just making sure we know how much we are appreciated. So why should you choose Team Alloha? The bottom line is, I can promise you we are a family. And I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story about that. We were at Summit this past year in Vegas. A lot of us were there. There were probably about 15 to 20 members of our Team Alloha family. And we did everything together, you guys. We are like a big pack of sisters with maybe a brother or two. But we really are a family. We do a lot of calls. We do a lot of live Zoom calls. And when we meet at these events, it just feels like we're coming together with our family for a reunion. And I had a girl staying in my room from another team, and she was a brand new coach, and her team didn't even reach out to her. She was there by herself. She was kind of wandering around like a lost duck. And we took her in under our wing, and we're like, here, honorary Team Alloha member. And she just could not stop commenting on how awesome we were and how cohesive we were and how we operated like a family. And I can tell you that a lot of people have reached out to me that are looking for coaches on social media and have said to me, you guys look like you have a lot of fun and that you operate as a family. And that's a draw to me. So that, I think, is our biggest draw. We really do. But we love each other, and we are there to support each other, help each other grow. We are constantly holding, training things in our groups. We're we're doing things to help each other. We're proofreading things for each other. And so we're always doing things to grow and to help new coaches and to help ourselves. I told you earlier, I'd tell you a little bit about why it would be really cool to be mentored by Kevin and Milan Jensen. They were actually the first two invited by Carl and John to come to work at Team Beachbody. They had a reputation in the health and the health industry as far as network marketing is concerned, and they were very, very successful individuals. So they were invited to Beachbody. They refused multiple times. Finally agreed to sit down with Carl, and they felt what all of you will feel if you ever go to a live event and hear Carl Deichler speak. He is so passionate about what we're doing, and it just flows through. So they couldn't say no. Kevin started as one of the first corporate members, and Milan was officially the first Beachbody coach. I don't think they were called coaches at the time. But after a year, Kevin saw what Milan was doing with their coaching business, and she was just building this empire. So he left, and now they're both amazing coaches, but they really are awesome mentors on the business builder side. So we are so blessed to have them in our upline, and thank you to Marissa for crawling her way up to them. So anytime we can get on a call with them, we do. They really are invaluable resources. Marissa Myers in the bottom corner, our fearless leader. She is officially going to be an elite coach this year. And some of these terms, for some of you that are not Beachbody coaches, elite coach or 5-star qualifying, don't get caught up in it. All that you need to know is that means we are so serious about growing this as a team, and we are all passionate about what we are doing, and we are all really driven to be successful. So that's all you really need to know. Having an elite coach on our team and her being 5-star qualifying is so huge for our team, and she's worked really hard to get us there. She's on the Miami Leadership Council, which is the big council that puts on the Super Saturday events down in Miami, which are 500 to 700 plus people. And she's just an amazing leader. Like I said, she is fearless, and she wants to see us grow and succeed. And she has officially retired from her nurse and anesthetist. She was unhappy and loved being a coach, and has officially replaced her 6-figure income. So you have people on this team that are highly successful. Myself, I'm a diamond coach. I have a goal to be a 2-star diamond by the end of this year. I'm very involved out here in the Seattle area. I'm on our market council, and I work to put on our events. Lauren Hall, Diamond Coach 2, she's going to start sprouting stars at any moment. She is an amazing leader that is doing just incredible things. She actually had corporate reach out to her and say, we see you. We see what you're doing. You're an amazing leader. We would like to be involved in what you're doing, and we would like to be in contact with you. So that's amazing. You have, and you guys, I can make 15 slides like this. It was really hard to make this slide because we have so many amazing people on our team doing amazing things, and we're just growing at such a rate. So let's talk a little bit about active coach versus discount coach. There is a difference. Active coaches, they have a goal to grow a part-time or full-time business from home. They want to support others in transforming their lifestyles. They want to earn additional income. They must have 90 PV per month. So everything you order or everything you purchase has a volume point assigned to it. So 95, maybe 99% of coaches are on Shakeology because, again, that's going to be your biggest residual income, and it's being proof the product works, and it's what's helping people change their lives. It's just such a dense dose of nutrition. So active coaches are on Shakeology monthly. They are current on their $15.95 coach fee. That runs all your, you have no overhead with Beachbody. So everything, you have an online office, all your websites are hosted through there. You have a customer service site. You don't deal with any of that. It's Team Beachbody that does all that for you. There is a club membership that's paid quarterly. I think it's around $38 quarterly every 3 months. And that's to have access to your free leads and different things like that. So what's a discount coach? A discount coach is someone that enjoys Team Beachbody products and wants a 25% discount on those products. They are not currently interested in operating a coaching business, although that can change at any time. They're not bothered to open a business, or there's no kind of minimum monthly volume requirements. They don't have to be on Shakeology monthly, although many of them are. They're not interested in earning an additional income at this time. They still have to be current on that $15.95 coach fee, because that's what gives them their discount. And even with that $15.95 coach fee, you save around, I think it's around 18 bucks on your Shakeology a month. So it's still a great deal, and you get the 25% off on anything else you want. You do not need a club membership for that, so you don't have that fee as well. So asking the right questions. I have a lot of people that will say to me, well, Heather, my friend's a coach, so I'm just going to sign up under them. Now, if you're talking about joining a challenge group, or if you're talking about buying a product, I can totally understand that. But if you're talking about opening up a business, I want you to ask yourself a few things. I want you to ask yourself, if you were investing in, let's say, a $100,000 business, that's what you had to bring to the table. Maybe you were opening a restaurant. Would you want to go into business with that person? Would you trust them with that amount of money? Would you think that they would be a good asset to your business, or do they have the same kind of energy? Do they have the same kind of vision? All those kinds of questions that you would ask if you were getting ready to jump in and make a huge investment on something. Ask those things about this opportunity as well. Just because it's not a huge investment, it can be an amazing opportunity. Like I said, Marissa's replaced her 6-figure income. There are a multitude of people in the $1 Million Club. Even if that's not your goal, even if your goal is to just maybe, I have a coach that wants to pay for her daycare. And, daycare, I think for her and her couple kids is like $2,500 a month. So even if that's your goal, you want to make sure that you're signing up on a team, or you're signing up with a coach that's going to be able to mentor you or offer you what you need, that is going to have somewhat of the same value and the same vision. So here are some questions that you can ask. Are you an active coach or a discount coach? I've had a lot of people sign up under a coach and then realize they're just a discount coach. They just wanted to make a little bit of money. They have no intention of growing a business, or really don't even know what this opportunity is all about. And once you sign up under someone, you can cancel your account, but then you have to wait 6 months before you can sign up under someone else. So that's why it's important to ask these questions ahead of time, because most people don't know that. I would ask, what kind of upline support would I have access to? Who would my upline diamond and star diamond coaches be? Like I said, again, you don't have to know what that means, what a diamond means or anything like that, but ask who these people are, because those are going to be the leaders on your team. And from there, you can go and research them on social media, whether you go to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and just see what they're all about. See how they're presenting their business. See how they're presenting their brand, and see if that kind of is in line with what you see for yourself. Do you have access to a Coach Basics program? This is really big. This is where you're going to get all your training, and you want to make sure you have access to something like that. Do you have access to any additional training? Do you have a weekly team call? For us, this is huge. This is where we create that culture and that family and that team spirit, and we help each other grow. If you're just silently trying to grow on your own, growing a business can be very stressful and very frustrating sometimes. And if you have a team that you can plug into and you can receive that weekly motivation, daily motivation, that's really important. So find out what kind of team culture you're joining. Ask them what their coaching style is. Ask them what their vision is. Interview them. You're thinking of going into person or business with, you're going to have your own business, but this person is potentially your mentor and is going to teach you what they know. So that's really important to ask these kinds of questions if you're thinking about going into business as a coach and you're not sure whose team to join. So how can you build from home? Like I said, we can teach you how to work that power hour, and it's an uninterrupted hour of doing vital behaviors to move your business forward. You can share your clean eating habits and healthy recipes. So on social media, we're not just posting, about products and sales and things like that. We're also offering free tips, and we're providing value to people's lives where this is your brand. You have to want to people will have to want to follow you. There's a lot of, social media is very distracting these days. So they have to choose to follow you for a reason. So I know for myself, I post a lot of motivation, and I'm big into clean eating and natural products. So I post a lot about that. And then of course, sharing progress, the progress that I'm getting from products, the results that I'm receiving. I like to do a brag board where I brag about people in my group that are doing awesome things. And like I said, we share our workouts. And in that bottom left corner, the 3 vital behaviors, this is like the mantra of our business. And if people say, what do I need to do to be successful? I say these 3 things every day and repeat. So invite, 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 being proof the product works, and personal development. These are all things that we are dedicated to doing every single day. So I'm sure that some of you are just on the edge of your seat, like, Heather, how can I do this? I mean, how can I make this official? So as we talked about before, the very best value is the challenge pack. It's deeply discounted, and once you're a coach, it can't be purchased because you're already getting that awesome 25% discount. But even if you've just purchased a program, I'm sure that you have a program you're going to want to do next. Because as Beachbody coaches, we just are slowly building up our library because you want to be able to do all these products and talk about all of them. So pick out your next workout. And let's say you just ordered Shakeology and you have a full bag. Well, you can order a sample pack of some sort and either give those out as samples, you know, for your friends and family that want to try them. You can do a shake and share and show them how to make it. You can even sell a couple samples if you want to. But I would recommend doing that. Because when you order a challenge pack, the $39.95 coach fee that you usually would pay is waived. You get free shipping, and like I said, it contains everything that you need. Option number 2 is buying one of those separately, although I don't recommend this because a lot of the programs, by the time you order Shakeology, which is $130, you are going to pay the $39.95 enrollment fee, and you're going to pay shipping. You're already at the lowest challenge pack. So why not get another workout and have that fee waived? You're still going to be saving money. So you can do it this option number 2. I want you to be able to see both ways, but option number 1 is definitely the better deal and much cheaper. So to enroll or to talk about programs or anything like that, or figure out which one would be the best one for you to start with, feel free to reach out to whoever invited you to this webinar or post below on YouTube. This is the last slide. So like I said, there is a bit of a delay. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them on YouTube right now. And like I said, I have some homegirls refreshing the feed. So by the time I kind of get through this slide, maybe you guys will have caught up and you can text me any questions. But like I said, afterwards, reach out to whoever invited you here. Find me on Facebook. Reach out to anybody. We'd all be happy to have you, or you can even join a challenge group as a guest or Team Alloha as a guest. Whatever you need, we'll show you around. So this is my last and final call to action. And one of our big mantras here at Beachbody is dream big. I mean, as big as you can. I used to limit my dreams, but now I can tell you guys why I do this every day and why I keep forging forward even during those hard times. You're opening a business. It's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would do this. But I want to be free. I want to be able to travel whenever I want to. I want to be able to go out in the middle of the day and go on an adventure and be able to run my errands when there's no traffic. And when my family comes into town to visit, I can arrange my schedule and go out and play with them. And I just want to be free to have the kind of life that I want to have. So whether your dreams are to pay for your product, I mean, I'm not saying you have to have these huge, huge dreams, but I mean, you could fire your boss if you wanted to, or plan a vacation for your family, or donate money. I mean, whatever it is, what do you want out of life? Are you happy with what you're doing right now? Or do you feel like you go to work and you punch a clock and you're just kind of wasting your life? You go to home, you get up, you do it all over again. I mean, are you feeling fulfilled? And if not, what is stopping you? Because honestly, don't spend another day doing something that you don't want to do. If you feel there's something else out there for you, if you feel like you have a bigger calling, then go for it. Maybe it's time for a change. Now, hear me, guys. I'm not saying go out and quit your jobs after this webinar. I mean, if I inspire you that much, that's awesome. Okay, that's great. But I'm not saying this is not a get-rich-quick overnight scheme. This is building a business. This is being committed. And we are going to show you how to do that. And we'll be here every step of the way. We are going to the top with or without you. So if you are interested at all, please reach out to the people that invited you to come. I am so thankful for all of you that took an hour out of your time tonight to join this webinar. I know a lot of you were here to support me, and that's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if I can get back into So Charisse or anybody there, if you have any questions that came around your way, or Deb, anything like that, I'll keep it open for another minute. You can text me those questions. I'll also keep an eye out on YouTube over the next couple days, and if there are any questions, maybe leave your email address or your Facebook link so I can reach out to you. I believe that, subscribe to my channel. I'm posting videos back there regularly. But, whatever you guys do, dream big, follow your dreams. I'm not seeing any texts coming through. So if you do have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you were all just able to see what I did. If like you guys, none of you saw this, I would be devastated. But this was a labor of love. Like I said, it was also learning and growing. It pushed me outside of my comfort zone to do this, set up this whole live streaming thing. But that's what we do here on Team Alloha. We help each other learn. We help each other grow. And we are all we are so passionate about what we do. So we would love for you to come and join us. And thank you guys so much. And I hope you have an amazing night. Bye, guys.